Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you our next episode in the DLC character tournament. So, real quick, rules. I always got to state these rules at the beginning, just in case somebody new happens to be stumbling on these videos. Vote for somebody in the matchup for the day. 1 vote per person. 1 vote for you. You only get 1 vote. And if you vote multiple times, I don't count it. Vote down in the comments. That's how we vote. Just type the name of the character that you from the matchup for the day that you'd rather see as a playable character. They don't have to be more likely. Just whoever you want to see. So yeah, there's that. If there's a tie, I flip a coin, break the tiebreaker. Pretty easy to do it that way. So yeah, I think those are pretty much the basic rules that we need to know. So yeah, let's jump into today's matchup. Nope, sorry, not the matchup. We got to go over the results from last week because we have results again. So, real quick, if you've seen yesterday's episode, when I was showing you the results from Crash Bandicoot and Hayachi, somehow the tournament showed a name from a character for matchup 2 in the next round, and I still have honestly, I have no idea how that happened. But the tournament might have spoiled that. But the matchup was Shantae versus Slackerz, and a lot of you are going to be like, Shantae won easily. Well, hold on, actually. This one, you're going to be surprised about this. You think Shantae had a cakewalk? You think that was easy? It was a lot closer than you're going to think. Watch that. Check this out. Check this out, right? Shantae won 160 to 26. Yeah, it wasn't close. It wasn't close. I'm sorry. Slackerz, I love Slackerz. I personally would have loved to see Slackerz in the game as a playable character because I think he'd be so cool and unique, but you had no chance. No chance. Shantae fans showed up. Look at that. I thought Crash Bandicoot's 134 votes was absolutely nuts for one game. And then Shantae just comes along and goes, 160 votes. I got that. No problem. So, yeah. Yesterday kind of spoiled it somehow, even though a lot of us pretty much expected. Shantae moved on. She wins. And just as a quick note, just because it's worth noting, in my opinion, look at this. Look at the next round. You got Bandana Waddle Dee against Crash Bandicoot, and then Shantae against either Monster Hunter or Chorus Kids. And then just as it could happen, we could get Bandana Waddle Dee against Shantae in the DLC character tournament. They put on a heck of a match in my potential newcomer tournament. If they meet up again, it could be another really big match. Or does Crash pull off the upset? I mean, Crash had 134 votes. People showed up to vote for Crash, so I'm not going to count Crash out. We don't know what's going to happen, but that was pretty interesting. So let's get into today's matchup, which is Game 8, which is, okay, you're going to have to use your imagination for this one because it's Generation 8 Pokemon, next year, 2019. That's when it's slated to release at least. So Gen 8 Pokemon for the Switch, not Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but the newer generation, the next generation. It's Gen 8. So Gen 8 Pokemon taking on Lloyd Irving. So let's just jump into this, shall we? So Lloyd Irving, right? He's what? Like, he's from the Tales of series. He's been kind of requested here and there, for the past couple of games. I've seen him like on not a lot of people, but I've seen him on quite a few character roster, like projections or wish list, we could call it that. I think that's a good way to put it. Lloyd has kind of always been that character and that's kind of been around, that kind of gets mentioned, and I think Lloyd kind of fits pretty well into Smash, honestly. When I talk about third-party characters, he's not really a character that I bring up too often because, I'll be honest, I've never played Tales of series and I don't have any intentions to. It's just not my cup of tea. But I can't argue the fact that I think he would actually fit perfectly in Smash. I like the personality. I like the moveset potential. I don't know. He just seems to fit well with the Smash universe, and I could see this happening. Because what is it? Is it Bandai, right? Bandai makes the Tales of games. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, oops, sorry, mistake. But if it is Bandai, they are working on Smash, so they got to point out, maybe does Bandai get another, a rep for DLC? They kind of work out and they get part of the profits from the DLC packs that everyone buys. It's a possibility if Bandai does. And I should have just looked that up before I did this, but I think Bandai makes the Tales of games. So, I mean, he's kind of got that going for him as well. Plus, I don't know. the whole DLC thing is still kind of up in the air as to how Nintendo's actually going to look at third party. Is it going to be just stuff that's on their, on the Switch that they can promote, or are they just going to go for big names? Who cares if it's on the Switch or not? I don't know. Are they just going to try to sell DLC, try to make a boatload of money? I don't know. It's still yet to be decided, still yet to be seen. So, but back to Lloyd, I think he has a decent chance. Honestly, I do. He's got a big enough name where I think if he gets revealed, the fan base would, I think a lot of people would really accept him, honestly. I don't see a lot of, or I really don't see any negativity when somebody brings up Lloyd. A lot of the reactions I see is, oh, Lloyd, okay, cool. I'd be okay with that. And that's kind of how I feel. Like I said, I've never played Tales of myself. He's like, I don't know. He's just a character I see. He fits. Would I be, I'm not going to argue with it. That's what I'll say. I'd welcome him. I would definitely welcome him. I think he's a character that might be a bit underestimated, honestly. So, yeah, I think he has a pretty decent chance. But moving on to Lloyd's opponent. Okay, this is where you're going to have to use your imagination. None of these pictures are real. These are not leaks or anything. These are just random fan-made things that I found on the internet. Because there's nothing for Generation 8 that we know of yet. So, use your imagination. So, the biggest sticking point I think you can make for Gen 8 to be a playable rep in Smash Bros. As DLC, Pokemon Gen 8 is going to be such a huge game for Nintendo. Just on a quick note, the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games that are, about to be released here within, the next week and a half or so. It's coming up really short. It might even be this week. I don't know. I'm not going to get it. I don't know. It's a different topic. That's a different topic. But, I don't know. A lot of kind of more of the hardcore fans, like, I buy Pokemon games every year they come out. But this year, I'm probably skipping it, honestly. There's just too much that they took out and they kind of stripped down, and it doesn't totally feel like Pokemon. So I think Gen 8 needs to bounce back in a big way. Maybe bring back the gyms. Maybe bring back, I don't know. Of course, they'd have to bring back stuff like held items, because that's not in. There's no abilities. There's no held items in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And as a Pokemon fan, I'm not a fan of that. Too many fan words in that sentence. But yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I don't like it. So that's why I'm going to skip it. But Gen 8, if they go back to, the core, the main, actual Pokemon generations, how they're actually built, I'm going to buy it. I can't wait, take it on the go with me. But yeah, so Pokemon Gen 8 is going to be probably Nintendo's biggest game of 2019 for first party wise. And yeah, Metroid Prime I think is coming up, but Pokemon is far more, bigger than Nintendo, and it's going to sell way more, and they're going to have it right around the holiday season as well. So, I don't know, kind of getting a Smash announcement for a Pokemon Gen 8 to be in Smash, to be represented. I think, because I've always said that with Gen 8 for Pokemon. I always thought they would get behind just, reveal a Pokemon early from Gen 8, and then maybe that's kind of, okay, we're going to start pushing this, not maybe kind of as the face of Gen 8, if that makes sense, but, or one of the more, not friendlier, but, one of the more known Pokemon for the generation. It's a possibility. I've always kind of liked that idea. It's just a good way for Nintendo to promote and market their own games, have them in Smash, and you could correlate the Smash DLC release of the Pokemon Generation 8 Pokemon if it does indeed happen. You can pretty much have that Pokemon release right about the same time Generation 8 does come out. I think that's excuse me. I think that makes a lot of sense. Nintendo, I really feel that they're going to go Generation 8 somewhere. As a DLC option. I really think that, okay. So my vote for this one is, I honestly my keys are sticky on my keyboard. What the heck? Oh, it's frozen. Okay, that's weird. But, yeah, so who do I vote for in this one? I honestly, I'm starting to be a fan of Lloyd. I like his potential. I honestly do, but for me, I guess it depends on the Pokemon. Since I'm going to vote Gen 8 Pokemon. I'm going to vote Pokemon on this one. I know there's too many Pokemon in here, but Yeah, I'm just gonna vote Pokemon. It's more. There's more. It has, a special place in my heart. I grew up with Pokemon, right? So I don't mind seeing another Pokemon as a playable rep. I think it's gonna happen. I think there's a very good likeliness that it's gonna happen, or a good chance it will happen. So yeah, my vote is gonna be Pokemon Generation 8. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this one. So yeah, let me know who you got. Are you gonna go with the Gen 8 Pokemon, or are you gonna go with Lloyd Irving? I honestly, I could see this one kind of going either way. I expect quite a few comments to be like, "Oh, too many Pokemon," and I get it. You know, you don't want to bog down Smash with just the same 3 franchises and have like 10s and 15 amount of characters. There should be a limit to how many characters one franchise should get. I think there should be some sort of rule like that, but it's DLC and they're going to use it to promote Pokemon Generation 8, so that's why I think it will happen. But yeah, my vote, Gen 8 Pokemon. That's what I'm going for. So, yeah, that's all I got for this one. I do have a second upload coming out later today. It is the Shantae against Geno results. We'll see who wins. Are we getting that second matchup for next week? Or technically this week? Because it would be, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. But another upload later today. The results from last week for Shantae against Geno in the finals. But we could have another match. Anyway, that's later today. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one as usual. Again, let me know who you got. Gen 8, Lloyd Irving. Pretty simple. One of the two. There you go. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.